But Ukraine is getting intelligence about those too. And
Walang lipat ha.
it's still possible to get things in and out of Kherson. It's just slow. Act 5. Ukraine's Trap. It is common for offense and defense to have opposing incentives in war. The defender's task is to guess where the attack is going to occur and reposition its resources to counteract it. The attacker's task is to guess where the defenders are repositioning and go to the opposite place. If at all possible, you want to avoid telegraphing your move. Whether you are on the offense or the defense, the other side will exploit the intelligence advantage. Yet Ukraine forced Russia to move first and give away its strategy. And it's all because of bridges. If Russia placed its troops in Kherson, there would not have been enough time for them to get to Kharkiv. It would just take too long to get back across the river. Likewise, if Russia started by placing its troops in Kharkiv, there would not be enough time to get them across the river into Kherson. Placing everything halfway for a flexible response does not work either. If they would need to go to Kharkiv eventually, they'd be better off stationed there from the start. Meanwhile, they still wouldn't be able to get to Kherson in time. And splitting up was a recipe for losing more soldiers in action, or as POWs. The combined intelligence of Ukraine and the West meant that they could observe wherever Russia chose. They would not have to play the guessing game. Russia knew that and could bet that Ukraine would attack the unguarded spot. So Moscow's forces kept Kherson, presumably the more valuable of the two prizes, well guarded. That gave Ukraine free rein in the north. Russia couldn't do more than initiate a hasty retreat, leaving material in a manner reminiscent of the failed Kiev offensive. Act 6. The Unwritten Act. The impressive start to the counterattack is clearly good news for Ukraine. Still, the war is not over, and Ukraine is going to face a new set of challenges. Remember, Russia's central problem was controlling too much territory without enough soldiers. In that regard, Ukrainian successes inherently solve Russia's problems. The more Ukraine pushes, the less land Russia has to guard. The retreats begin to concentrate Russian forces. This assumes that Russia keeps tactically withdrawing. After all, Russian prisoners of war cannot contribute to the force-to-territory ratio. The second problem Ukraine faces is the never-ending march of the calendar. The beautiful summer months ending give way to a rainy season in the region. This creates a soupy mud known as Rasputitsa, the sworn enemy of moving vehicles for centuries. You will recall that this same mud hampered Russia's initial invasion during the spring rainy season. The mud makes it difficult for vehicles to pass through, but it is especially a problem with tanks. Although the treads of tanks distribute weight better than the wheels of cars, tanks themselves are extremely heavy. Consequently, if one gets stuck, it may require a crane to come in to remove it.